Guess we should look at OBS and see how my sound settings are. Okay, voice looks like it is good. If we're getting any game audio. And we've got game audio. I think we're off to the races, boys and girls. Hi, everybody. It's Big Ed Mustafa. Welcome to another riveting edition of Free to Play Fridays. This is the series where we take a look at Lotro's free-to-play model and talk about the key to being able to play all of Lotro without having to crack open your wallet. Lotro is a terrific game, and Standing Stone Games is a terrific game company. They love their game. They take very good care of it. They're excited to continue to be developing it, and they deserve our financial support. However, if you want to try Lotro without spending money, or you're just in a position where you can't spend money, you can play Lotro without having to go VIP or subscribe, and then maybe later on when you have the opportunity, you can. So we've talked about some of the ways that you can do that in previous week's episodes, and I'll just recap those real quickly for anybody who's catching the series for the first time. And I got to thinking about it, and a lot of the methodology I use is pretty similar to The Hobbit and the Fellowship of the Ring. Thorin's company, when they left for the Lonely Mountain, there was 14 of them. The original Fellowship of the Ring had 9 members, and that's a pretty good starting number, actually. I got to thinking about it. And 9 to 14 is about the number of characters I've been playing over the years. I've managed to basically unlock almost the entire game. I haven't bought Gundabad yet because it's not available for Lotro points yet. The only way you can get that is by cracking open your wallet. But I have all the rest of the zones unlocked. I've got characters. I haven't played my champion after the level cap got raised from 130 to 140. She's mostly been mothballed while I've been doing other things. But basically several characters near level cap. The content's unlocked. The skirmishes are unlocked. There's not really anything significant I haven't been able to play and do without ever having to spend a nickel of my own money on the game. I have gotten Lotro point codes before just from hanging out in other people's streams. Somebody gifted me Lotro points one time as a Christmas present. But I have not spent any of my own money on Lotro. And that's not that I'd be unwilling to, but my problem is after 15 years, I'm kind of pointed to as the go-to guy for playing free-to-play. And that's okay. I'm completely used to it. I like the free-to-play model. And I just want to share some of my tips and tricks with you. So let's take the Fellowship of the Ring. There was 9 people in the original Fellowship. We'll count them off. You had 2 humans. You had Aragorn and Boromir. You had a dwarf, Gimli. You had an elf, Legolas. You had 4 hobbits, Frodo, Sam, Pippin, and Merry. And then you had Gandalf the Wizard, who's not a human being, technically speaking, but there's 9 of them. And much like the original Fellowship, my characters went separate ways. When they got to the East Wall in Rohan, part of them headed off towards Gondor, and part of them headed off towards Mordor right away. And like that original Fellowship, you need to have a mix of different classes. You need to split up a little bit. I'm on 3 servers now. This particular free-to-play account that I just created a few weeks ago now has 6 active characters on it. There's 3 on Crick Hollow, including the newest one, Jasko, who is a hobbit burglar jeweler. I just created Jasko yesterday and played through the intro and a little bit of the Shire. And I've got 2 other characters on Crick Hollow. I've got 2 characters on Gladden, and I've got a character I rolled up on Landrevel. And Landrevel has the Guardian. So I've started with the heavy armor class on each of the 3 servers, and then I'm fleshing out the crafting circles with different characters. But I currently don't have the same class on any of the 3 servers. Each character is unique. I've got a champion, a burglar, and a lore master here on Crick Hollow. I've got a captain, and what the hell else do I have on Gladden? A captain and a hunter on Gladden, and I've got a guardian on Landrival. And I've been working them all through their starter areas. The elves and dwarves can get through Arid Luin fairly quickly. Bree is much more work to get all the way through, but there's more Lotro points to be earned by going through Bree. And then the Shire is not that hard to get all the way through. It's probably in between the other 2. There's a couple of real pain in the tuchus meta deeds, like restoring the quick post and no place for spoiled pies. If you know how to do them, it's just a matter of hunkering down and getting them done. But if nothing else, those 2 meta deeds will make sure you really know your Shire geography. So that's not a bad thing. But I mentioned splitting up in different directions, and my 6 characters are on 3 different servers, but they're also in all 3 different starting areas. I'm playing some Arid Luin, I'm playing some Shire, I'm playing some Bree. Before any of them move out significantly to the Lowlands or to the North Downs, all of those characters will complete all 3 of the starter zones. Each character can earn, what do we figure, 550 points, Lotro points, for completing the starter zones. So with 6 characters, that is... I'm a little slow tonight. Been a long week. I'm a little tired. I was up early this morning. Let's call it 3,000 plus Lotro points. And the idea is that if you play a number of different characters, you enjoy the variety of classes in Lotro, you take some time to explore Arid Luin, explore Bree, explore the Shire before you move up, Lotro points are never going to be a problem. And because I've got these crafting circles, the characters can share crafting materials and can help each other out with armor and weapons. And, initially the thought is going to be, isn't it super tedious trying to level all those different characters? And it actually gets to be pretty easy, because you can keep them geared up with good stuff. I realize now I'm not even looking at Lotro Stream Chat. Let me correct that. Hello, everybody in Lotro Stream Chat. Sorry if I've missed any tells. Dark Ruler checking in. He says, yo, Big Ed, Tommy Lawless is here. Puppet Box is here. Puppet Box will be happy to note that I started on time tonight. Even if I didn't jump into chat as early as I probably should have. I'm not smart. But I'm glad to be here. That's okay. And as long as I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and host me on my own channel. Host Lotro Stream. There we go. So if anybody wanders by and they're like, why isn't Big Ed streaming on Friday? They'll be able to find me. So you want to play a variety of characters. You want to create... And again, the crafting's not essential to leveling. Well, it's not essential to free-to-play. It actually does help you level fast, too. I can't tell you how many of the characters have leveled up while I've been doing crafting on them. But I enjoy crafting. If you don't like crafting, you don't have to craft. One of the idiosyncrasies of Lotro right now is that with the Hobbit Present editions, some of the rewards are geared for much higher players. It's pretty funny to be logging in a level 10 or level 12 character, and you open your Hobbit Present, and lo and behold, you get 1,000 marks. And it's like, I'm not even high enough level to use the skirmish camp yet, and I've already got 1,000 marks. 1,000 marks is a lot of marks. So if you don't want to craft, you can equip your character at the skirmish camps. You've got different options. But again, the goal is if you want to play free-to-play, you're not just trying to level as fast as you can. You want to bring everybody up together so they can share materials and contribute their Lotro points to a large pool. And if you're mostly buying account-wide stuff with your Lotro points, it benefits all of those characters at the same time. It's a good thing. The first points I spent, as I mentioned, I spent 95 Lotro points. not on the writing skill, not on anything else that was convenient. I actually unlocked 5 auction house sell slots. And the reason I did that is even before you start spending Lotro points, you're going to want to have some gold to spend. And again, because of the way some things are working, you might log in and get a massive pile of copper scraps or a massive pile of silver scraps and get a gold piece or two dropped on your low-level character as soon as you log in. If that happens, score. One of the first things I unlocked was extra vault space. It was very inexpensive to go from 30 to 45 vault slots. I'm a bit of a pack rat. I like having the storage. Another thing that the gold has been handy for has been housing. I have a house here on Crick Hollow, and it provides shared storage for all of my characters on the server, and I didn't have to spend a single Lotro point. I was able to get that with in-game gold. Because I like to fish in Lotro, I was also able to catch and sell some fish and earn a few extra gold very quickly that way. Now, on Arkenstone and Evernight, I've been able to very easily sell fish for a gold piece each, and I've found that on the 3 servers I'm playing on this account, Landerville, Gladden, and Crick Hollow, the fish weren't selling as quickly. I don't know why that is, other than Arkenstone and Evernight are probably the 2 most populated servers. So there's not quite as much demand for fish for Gundabad level cooking here on these 3 servers. So I've just been pricing my fish at the auction house between half a gold to start with and then a gold for instant buyout, and that's had them moving fairly regularly. I think I've sold them below a gold piece each, but I have sold them. And if I only get a half a gold piece for a fish, I'm still way ahead where I would be financially on low-level characters back in the good old days. So I'm able to fill my wallet with some gold. I'm able to get housing right away. I'm able to buy extra vault storage with cash money. And I think extra housing storage can be bought with in-game gold too. I'll have to double check that tonight. We'll take a look and make sure. But extra backpack space is going to cost Lotro points. Shared storage at the vault is going to cost Lotro points. And we're not quite there yet with the Lotro point build out, but at the same time, I don't really need it yet either, so we're in pretty good shape. Rockhead checking in. Tux Ramus is here. Hello, Tux. Welcome, guys. And also, since Tux Ramus is here, I want to thank him for his help. Also, thank you to the 400 plus people who actually watched the YouTube replay of last week's stream. It blows me away that you guys are hanging out, watching these streams so faithfully, and also, coming by and watching the YouTube replays. And I really appreciate seeing the outpouring of interest for this free-to-play topic. Somebody had mentioned last week that the video quality was not as good. I generally work very hard to try to show Lotro in as high of resolution as I can. I think it's a beautiful game. It's still a beautiful game, even though the 15th anniversary is right around the corner. It's not a new game, but they've done a nice job of maximizing what they can do with the graphic engine. And it's still a beautiful world to walk around in. I think the Shire's still lovely. And I've been blown away by some of the new zones that they've added. Mordor is a wonderful realization of that horrible, horrible place. I thought Osgiliath was a really wonderful rendition of a horrible, horrible place. I love Dol Amroth. I think Dol Amroth is beautiful. There's lots of places in the game that are just wonderful creations, and I want to show Lotro off in as nice of the visual quality as I can. I noticed I hadn't been getting the same throughput in Linux as I had in Windows. And overall, I've really enjoyed gaming and streaming from Linux, but I was having to reduce my bandwidth in Twitch for my stream rate. And I was talking to Tux Ramus about it, and what I discovered was I could do a network speed test in Linux, log out, log back in Windows 10, and I would get triple the download speed in Windows and 10 times the upload bandwidth in Windows. And what it boils down to is I've got an Asus PCE AC51 wireless network adapter. It's a PCIe card. It's 802.11ac, dual band, high-speed wireless card. Good card. Really good card for Windows users. Not so good for Linux users. And after talking to Tux and looking for some updated drivers and trying to do some things to speed it up, I've gone ahead and ordered a Intel AX210 based network adapter that should be here in a few days. And next week's stream will probably be on Linux again, but it'll be at full bandwidth instead of the limited bandwidth that I've been streaming. So tonight we're shooting for maximum visual quality. I am back on Windows. So what the hell was I prattling on about free-to-play? We've talked about playing a wide variety of characters and not just playing one or two characters. I think I've kind of drilled that to death. Being frugal with your Lotro points up front is a good idea. I mentioned unlocking the auction house. Just 5 slots so I can get started selling fish. And don't feel like using the auction house is any kind of cheat or something that shouldn't be in the game. I mean, commerce has been going on since the dawn of time. I'll trade you a basket of oranges for a rabbit that probably predates written word or even language. Some people are good at fishing. Some people are good at finding strawberries out in the forest. It's just hunter-gatherers would have to naturally trade to get a well-rounded diet. You don't necessarily have to try to scalp people at the auction house. Let's say you don't have a scholar. Sell your scholar stuff in the auction house. Figure out what the vendor price would be on it, and then post it in the auction house for 5 times the auction price. See if I've got anything in my bag. Copper salt. Okay, the vendor price on this, it's worth 88 copper. So if I put this in the auction house, I can sell this for 440 copper for these two. Whoever buys them will be thrilled to get them that cheap, and it will help them with their scholar crafting. They'll be glad to get them, you'll be glad to sell them, and you'll make a lot more money than if you vendor them. I don't have to put these in for a gold piece each or something exorbitant. And on these low-level characters, when you're first starting out, picking up an extra half a silver piece, picking up, some extra money, it just helps with buying the extra storage space, paying for the housing, things like that. So don't be afraid to use the auction house. Sell what you need. Don't be afraid to gear yourself at the skirmish camp if you're high enough level to do so. But it's pretty funny that you can get 1,000 marks before you can even unlock the skirmish camp and find anything of value there. At least from an armor and weapons standpoint. I think all that stuff starts at level 20. So, the idea of creating crafting circles and having your characters help each other out, that is not essential to playing free-to-play. It's just smart play. I mean, if you don't like crafting, okay. But in order to go all the way through Middle-earth without cracking open your wallet, you're going to need to be playing 6, 7, 8 characters, and there's no reason to not have them craft to help each other out. In fact, one of the things I did on Jasko yesterday before I put Jasko away, Jasko crafted all of his own jewelry. He's all wearing, it's not anything fancy yet, it's just the level 7 copper jewelry that he could make for himself, but he's fully outfitted with decent jewelry for his level. And I've got an armor crafter tailor, and I've got a woodworker who can also craft whatever else Jasko needs if I want to put Jasko in new armor. And I might stop and do some crafting for Jasko just for fun. And if you've got characters walking around with current level armor, weapons, and jewelry all the time, leveling up those characters is not a problem. You'll be able to cut through content quickly, you'll be able to level up, you'll be able to get your Slayer deeds done quickly, and all of that is going to mean Lotro points will keep spilling in on a very regular and consistent basis whenever you spend time playing the game. So the other thing that I spent Lotro points on already, and you can tell because Jasko's my third character, Normally, if you have a completely free-to-play account, you are capped at 2 character slots per server. And if you're going to create a complete crafting circle on a server, you need to have at least 4 character slots. Woodworker, Tinkerer, Scholar, and Metalsmith cover all of the vocations. You've got a Woodworker, Forester, Farmer. You've got a Weaponsmith, Scholar. I guess technically Historian's the vocation, not Scholar. You've got your Metalsmith, Tailor, Prospector. You've got your whatever the rest of it. Anyway, everything's covered. That's the whole point of that. So you have to have 4 character slots in order to create a complete crafting circle. Excuse me.
Don't you walk off. I need to speak with you.
Collect her pie and avoid hungry hobbits. I've unlocked the beginning of No Place for Spoiled Pies. Not quite ready to do that. That and the quick post, those are quests that you really need to be focusing on specifically to do. I thought I was looking for Hyacinth Took, the fireworks queen. Here she is. Okay. Yeah, this is a quest I've already got started from Lobelia. Talk to Lobelia Sackville Baggins. So I'm going to pick up some more quests here and kind of keep things rolling in the Shire. Now, I got Jasco through the intro stuff yesterday, but I don't think I've actually started accumulating any Lotro points yet. The Guardian on Landreval, I was playing earlier today, put I think 3 levels on her, and got a bunch of good Lotro point stuff done. I don't know where I'm at. I spent almost all my Lotro points unlocking that 3rd character slot on the servers. What's nice about it is since I'm on 3 different servers, that 446 points I spent unlocked 3 additional character slots, 1 on each of the 3 servers I'm playing on. And that's why I'm talking about account-wide purchases are way less expensive than individual character purchases. Those are the ones you want to focus on. Before you spend any money on a character-specific upgrade, you need to very carefully weigh the value of that upgrade. It's nice to have a horse. You don't really need a horse until you get out of the starter areas. You play a little bit slower to begin with, and that's okay. Take your time, smell the roses. Tux, you are very welcome. I appreciate your help trying to figure out that Linux issue. And I'm looking forward to getting the new network card. It'll give me an excuse to get a new router, too. It's like, well, I can't have an AX network adapter and not have an AX router to go with it, right? So, probably do that the next time Twitch sends me a few shekels. Let's go ahead and say hi to our friend OSU Cowboys. I got a chance to pop in and say hi to him while he was streaming some Lotro yesterday. If you are not following Tux Ramis or not following OSU Cowboys 85, you are missing the boat. Make sure to throw both of these guys a follow. Howdy, here to gather some advice from the free-to-play wizard, Big Ed. I'm full of advice, and believe me, it's worth exactly what you guys are paying for it. Yeah, just be careful when you're spending Lotro points. Make sure you're getting good value. Once you get a few thousand of them socked up, you can start buying conveniences for individual characters if you want. But it'll be a long time before I start buying horses. And I've saved my travel tokens, and I've saved my wrapped horse whistles. I haven't used any of those on any of the characters yet. The Shire and Arid Lewin in particular aren't so big that you need to ride across them. And that's, the problem with this style of play is it does require a bit more patience. We talked about that up front. But, again, think back to the Fellowship of the Ring. Think back to The Hobbit. They were walking everywhere. They weren't riding. So if you want to be true to the movies, if you want to be true to the books, they started out walking. They did eventually get on horses at some point, but not for a while. So, yeah, we're just gonna, stay on foot to begin with and try to build up our Lotro point stockpile, and that's a thing. Um, but I think that pretty much covers everything we've talked about so far. I like the fact that I figured out how to make fishing slightly important. It's a very good way to earn gold in game now, and that gold unlocks a lot of the things that you'd otherwise have to spend Lotro points on. The housing gives you extra storage. You can buy extra vault storage with gold up to a certain point. It's a very good thing. Um, one thing that you can never have too much of in Middle Earth is pack space and storage. So, we've talked about why I think task item turn-ins are important. Your task items vastly increase your acceleration of reputation, and those reputation points lead directly to extra Lotro points. Every time you level up your rep, you get Lotro points for the achievement. It's like 5, 10, 15, and 20 per faction. So it's 50 Lotro points to be kindred with the Matham Society. It's 50 Lotro points to be kindred with the Men of Bree. And those add up quickly, and they're easy to get done. And the task item turn-ins, that's always been a hot button for me. You get experience points, item experience points, reputation points. Eventually you'll get war steed points. You get cosmetics, you earn titles, and it helps get junk out of your bag. You'll get a lot more benefit out of getting the Lotro points than you will out of just getting a few copper for the junk you're selling. Although I have to say, as you get up to the upper levels, it's kind of astounding how valuable those stacks of crap are when you no longer need to turn them in for task item rewards. You can sell like a whole 50 stack of, rusted scimitars and get almost a gold piece per stack for them. Mandalinia on Evernight, I'd been stockpiling shattered hatchets for rep, and I ended up turning in almost 900 of them. Had I sold all 900 of those, that would have been a staggering amount of gold. I think I might have fish for sale in the auction house that haven't sold yet. That could be a thing. Anyway, I've got a couple of quests that are vectoring me towards Scary, so I guess we can head up there. I do have my fishing pole. I have caught fish, and I'm sure I put fish in the auction house. That's what I was saying. For some reason, they don't sell as fast on the servers that my free-to-play account is on. Or maybe just the demand for fish has dwindled. I don't know. I haven't tried selling any fish on Evernight or Arkenstone lately either. But it was sure nice to clear out my stockpile of fish inventory when I did that. Getting a gold piece each for 1,000 fish is a really nice way to pad your wallet. Of course, you have to be nuts enough to stockpile 1,000 fish first. Sometimes it just works out. So, but fishing helps with gold. Task item turn-ins help with your reputation, which brings in Lotro points. And it's just about maximizing the value of what you're spending your game currencies on. But I'm having fun with all of these characters. Each character is unique. They're all different classes so far. I'll eventually probably have a little bit of overlap if I'm going to have 3 groups of 4, unless update 33 comes out really soon and I can add a Runekeeper and a Warden before I start doubling up on character classes. But I haven't created a Minstrel yet. I haven't created... that might be about it. I don't have a Minstrel. And I think I've created the other 6 free classes when you initially start on a free-to-play account. Warden and Runekeeper need to be unlocked. Bjorning needs to be unlocked. Brawler will not be free. You'll continue to have to buy the Brawler from the Lotro store. Um, but there will be a little bit more variety available. High elf captains, and I don't recall if Stout Hand or Stout Axe dwarves are going to be available at no charge, but Stout Axe burglars are a thing. I don't know that that's a big deal versus Hobbit burglars or man burglars. Harvest Fly Slayer. And there's no reason to not work on your Slayer deeds right away. I think Jasko's not too far away from, not Wolf Slayer, maybe Wolf Slayer Advanced already started. No, like I said, hasn't completed any Slayer deeds yet. Hasn't completed any Lotro points. That was one of the things I wanted to do was see, I mean, I've been playing pretty casually. I haven't been concentrating on, oh, I need to get more Lotro points. Excuse me. But I did go ahead and roll up a couple of additional characters from last week. The Guardian and the Burglar are both new. And I'm back up to, I've got 104 Lotro points again. So I'm about a quarter of the way from being able to unlock that fourth character slot if I need to. I don't know I'm quite there yet since I only have 6 characters on 3 servers. But, you know, I mean, it won't take long to get there. And Jaska will start creating Lotro points yet tonight as these Shire Slayer deeds start getting done. I think Harvest Fly and Wolf Slayer will probably be pretty quick. I've got to go to Scary, but I thought I'd come over here to the, what do they call this, the Yale Height? This hill full of harvest flies. What's ironic is I haven't yet created a weaponsmith on any of the 3 servers. So everybody's just using loot drop weapons. But the quality of the player crafted armor at low levels is really head and shoulders above anything else that you're likely to get to drop. The jewelry is the same way too. The player crafted jewelry is really good compared to anything else that you're going to get off of an early quest. So yeah, I was going to say these harvest flies are surprisingly stout. What are they, level 11? I'm only level 9. If this were The Witcher 3, I would already be dead. I had quite the funny start to the stream Tuesday. I was not amused by it at the time. But I logged into The Witcher 3, and this NPC comes running up to me. He's like, hey, you got to help us and protect us during this ritual. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I went and checked, and the quest was on level for me. So I'm like, this shouldn't be too bad. And I immediately get dropped into this horrible fight at the beginning of the stream where this wave of the drowned and water hags are attacking me. And I must have died, I don't know, 12 or 15 times. And it took me almost an hour to get through this initial fight. And I was just cussing mad. It was pretty funny. But the rest of the night went much better. Nice. We'll pop a morale potion. I've got a bleed on me. The harvest flies are pretty thick here. And, you know, a lot of times you don't end up using this stuff later anyway, so don't be afraid to tap into it early on. I've got some regeneration food I can use. pop that. Got some fried mushrooms. We'll eat some of those. Hard hit. Wily Gnome checking in, or Willy Gnome. Exile King North is here. Ginger's here. Stout Axe won't be free to play yet. It came with a pack over level 95. Okay, cool. Pickled Possum is here. Hello. Thought all but the Brawler. Donnie's here. Hi, Donnie. The one burglar AoE attack. Knives out. It's got a 10-minute cooldown. No, it's not 10 minutes, but it's a long cooldown. Like, we can't have burglars hitting two things at once. That's just chaos. Mrs. Mustafa checking in. She took me out for barbecue tonight. Went and met some friends for dinner. I had spare ribs with creamed corn and smoked baked beans. It was super yummy. Boom! Now we've just gotten our first Lotro points off of Jasco. Harvest Fly Slayer done. Typically what I do if I'm grinding Slayer deeds is I'll just stay here and keep picking on the same grow spot. Because these guys are on fast respawn here and they're usually pretty close together. It's a good place to work on this particular Slayer deed. And again, we'll just pop another morale potion. Do I need to? Probably not. But I find a lot of times I forget to use that stuff and I end up throwing it away later anyway. And when I level up and start opening that, more of them are going to spill out, so. Burrowing Shrew I don't need to worry about, but not that far off a Wolf Slayer either. I need 8 more wolves after this one. Trying to get over there and pop Feint Attack before that timed out, but I didn't quite get to him in time. Maybe next time. Wolves and wargs are very hard to sneak up on, as are the undead are impossible to sneak up on. So one of the problems with burglars is there are certain types of foes that are much more difficult for burglars than others. It's all part of the strategery. Simeons123 says, I'm back playing Lotro again, finding patience with it finally and loving it. Good. Patience helps quite a bit. Ponton Finberry checking in. Hello, Ponton. Berg still have decent DPS, though. Burglars have terrific DPS. Once you get a little bit higher up in the skill tree, burglars do fantastic damage. They're an excellent melee class and a lot of fun to play. But I like being a sneaky backstabber, and you can't do it to undead. It was like, dang it, undead. Their human detection or their living detection is just too strong. Plus, a lot of times they'll do a slight amount of fear damage to you when you're close to undead, and that's enough to knock you out of stealth. Same with fire damage from elementals or frost damage from elementals. King Bob III checking in. Hi all. Hello, King Bob. See, what do we have working here? Trail food is still in effect. I don't think regular food's in effect, so we'll eat some. I find having food is very handy for burglars and guardians because they don't have a lot of healing skills. So being able to regenerate faster out of combat is always a nice perk. Boom! Look at me go. Epic battle awaits. Oh, what did we get? Throw knife, which is always handy. And touch and go, which is a nice skill to have. Do deed, sidestep. I need about 20 more of these dang bugs for Harvest Fly Slayer Advanced. We'll get this knocked out and then move on. But I need to show you guys the downside of this method of play too. You know, grinding out these Slayer deeds is important if you're going to be truly free to play. It's got to get done, and there ain't no point in waiting, so... Wait for the hill to respawn. Do you do all the Slayer deeds on level, or do you skip long ones like the Trolls and the Lone Lands? Depends on my mood. Some of the ones that are going to take a little longer to grind, Trolls in the Lone Lands, Bog Lurkers in the Lone Lands, the Wolves in the Troll Shaws. You can work on those, bits at a time. There's nothing wrong with that. Another way to do it that's more fun is if you're playing with friends. A lot of the streamers, a lot of the kins will do Slayer Deed Day. Trying to think, I saw somebody doing it recently. Gussie Moose used to do it all the time. Or excuse me, Gussie Marie now. Where they just get together with friends, with anybody who wanted to join them, and they just go out and do Slayer deeds in a particular zone. And with everybody fellowed up and working together, you can really cut a lot of the tedium out of it. So that's one way to do it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm taking it for granted that if you were looking at starting a free-to-play account, you're probably new to Lord of the Rings Online. So you may not have friends to go out and do stuff with. So I'm not talking a lot about, just, get 5 buddies together and go do this or go do that, because, that may not be practical. I think, the ratio of solo players to folks who only play in groups or who often play in groups. For a long time, I didn't have anybody to group with. I just kind of played solo for the most part and did most of my free-to-play stuff that way. I think there's a lot of players, especially starting out. It takes a while to meet people and to find a group you're comfortable with, and so I don't want to put it out there that, the whole key to free-to-play is, just go get in this big kin and go do this with 25 of your friends. Not that I would discourage anybody from that, but not everybody plays to group. Lotro is more fun with friends, don't get me wrong. It's definitely how I like to play. But, we have a blast on Wednesdays. What did we do Wednesday? We did Roving Threats of the Wastes. Unfortunately, one of them didn't spawn for us, so we still have to complete that. But we also did some more of the Lang Reuven dailies, just for giggles, because we had to go through there looking for roving threats anyway. So that was a good time. By all means, play with friends if you get the ability to. You won't be sorry. So, food-wise, I can eat the hard biscuit. I can make more hard biscuits eventually if I need to. Do we have a collar I need to worry about? No, that's all stuff I've already got. Okay, good. If you don't have the daily resource instance open, the worst Slayer deeds to me was the Wolf Slayer in Westament. Don't know if it changed, but there's only like 3 to 5 wolves in the entire area. The place where the farms are on fire, there's gobs of wolves not too far from Helm's Deep out there. And by Westament, you mean Western Rohan, I think? There we are, Harvest Fly Slayer Advance done. That was good for... I think I'm still waiting for the Lotro points to get awarded. There they are. So I got 5 for Slayer and 10 for Slayer Advanced. So Jasko's already contributing. It's a good thing. While I'm out this direction, I want to go check out the Yale... Or I forget what they call this tower. We'll go find out what this tower's called. Stock Tower? The hill I was on was the Yale Height. That's the one covered with harvest flies. But that's why Slayer deeds are important. I mean, that was 15 Lotro points just for standing there and hacking those harvest flies. Till I got 60 of them. 20 for Slayer and 40 for Slayer Advanced. And then this tower is one of the sites of the Shire. Stock Tower? Stock Tower it is. And we'll come over here and hit Farmer Maggot's farm. Bamfurlong? This is one of the farms of the Shire. Oddly enough, Sanderson's farm is not one of the farms of the Shire. I ran by there and I think I even did a couple of quests for him, but that is not one of the farms you need to find. Oh, nothing's even keyed up over here yet. Interesting. Thought I might be able to pick up a quest or two here. It's Mrs. Mustafa doing her impression of a lawnmower that won't start when you pull the cord. She's been having a tough time with allergy season. Our weather's been crazy again here. It was 90 degrees earlier in the week, and we're forecasted for snow on Sunday. So, yeah, it's just... Nebraska can't decide if it's summer, winter, or spring. We're going to pause here for a little bit. There's a couple of areas in the Shire that are excellent, excellent, excellent starter fishing areas. This is one of them. And the reason that I say that is you can look out here and just see fish in the water. Anytime you can just see fish already in the water, it's probably going to be a pretty active fishing zone. And all that means is that if you're going to do your fishing, you're not going to have to wait a long time between casts. The fish are going to hit pretty regularly. There's another place up by the Leaf Farm outside of Woodhall. There's a little pond by the bridge, and it's terrific fishing as well. Very fast fishing. It's a good place to catch dace and catfish. And as you can tell, already got Apprentice Angler. Jasko's first day in Middle-earth. And we'll keep working on that fishing skill. If for no reason, then somebody buys that first batch of fish, I can sell more. Oh, you know what? I might still be max level on fishing because it's on a different cooldown. That's pretty funny. Let's check that. But that pop-up wouldn't have popped up if I wasn't. Character, hobby. Yep, it's yellow. I'm still on the timer. It hasn't reset yet. I think with fishing it's got to go a full 24 hours before... But like I was talking about, the hits here are pretty quick. You don't have to wait a long time before reeling in. Other places you might catch the same quality of fish, but you'll have to wait 3 times as long before you can reel in between catches. Mage Centron checking in. Hello, Mage, and thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. You are welcome to lurk, my friend. Take a load off, and if nothing else, watching me stream will normally, help you get very restful, comfortable sleep. If you take a picture here, it will become stock footage. I see what you did there, Zinger, and hello, Zinger. So, 3 casts, 3 catches. That basically means I have fished on stream. What did I get? Oh, I got a bright bitterling. I got a trophy fish I can turn into the taxidermist. So we'll go ahead and switch back to our weapons. Because for some reason you can't do that if you get attacked. Really hope they fix that at some point. Not being able to switch weapons in combat is a huge fishing nerf. Nice, 2 copper deposits right next to each other. Another thing I really like about questing in the Shire, it seems to have a lot more crafting nodes in it than Arid Lewin. You can really pile up the rowan wood and the copper here. Did I close Chatty or did Chatty close itself? I'm sure I didn't close it intentionally. Very strange. Yeah, let me get that fixed. Holy cow. I think I'm actually going up to Scary. We'll check in with the stable master here, though. I don't think I've touched him yet. Nope. I don't think he's got a horse to Scary, but we can check and see.
Is there something I can do for you?
Nobody can get me back to Hoppiton in a hurry, which is not a bad thing. We can hit the farm across the way here, and also probably finish the Wolf Slayer deed. And maybe Wolf Slayer Advance. There's a bunch of wolves over on the farm across from here. So now I'm going to run into harvest flies everywhere because I don't need to kill anymore. Here's a wolf. Let's murder it. Oh, I'm still not in Lotro stream chat. I'm not a smart man. There we go. You guys are all nice enough to hang out with me. The least I can do is talk back with you. Eldolith rating. Hello, Eldolith. How is the painting coming along, Elda, and how is your stream? See, now that I finished Slayer Deed, the harvest flies can't stay away from me. Painting is good. We were working on some more seashells tonight. Awesome. I sort of feel like it's redundant to shout Eldolith out on Lotro stream. She's been a member of the stream team longer than I have. I've been around a couple years. But Eldolith helped me when I was first starting out streaming and set up my MooBot, and I think you're still one of my moderators both in Discord and on my channel. So, a terrific asset to Lotro stream and to the community in general. As is Druid's Fire. Both ladies do a tremendous amount of work. Very much appreciate you both. Today, it turns out, is World Art Day, so painting seemed perfect. That is awesome. It's also Good Friday, so I went out for barbecue with Mrs. Mustafa and got spare ribs, and they were good, so that worked out well. I know what you guys are thinking. Did Big Ed just run out of something to drink? Is he going to be too parched to talk to us? Have no fear, gentle viewers. I already had a Coke Zero waiting. In fact, that was my iced tea from the barbecue place I just polished off. So we'll get to the good stuff. I've not had a Coke Zero all day. I did have a couple of Diet Dews earlier today while I was working. I usually just drink water when I'm at work, but it's been a long week. I needed some extra caffeine. And then iced tea at dinner. So it's nice to be hitting the good stuff finally. And Mrs. Mustafa wanted to pick up stuff to make breakfast tomorrow, so we had to stop off and get eggs and bread on our way to barbecue so she could do bacon and eggs and toast tomorrow. And I paid $3 for a dozen large eggs. It's like, oof. They did the same thing last
Big
Easter.
Ed Mustafa?
I'm Big Ed Mustafa. Hi, Gipio. Gipio checking in. Eldest isn't true on being on the team long time. I had to look. I joined the stream team in June 8th of 2016. Oh, Gipio, I was hoping you'd been streaming Lotro lately. That's okay. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. Is that the new Lego game? Gipio, did that just come out? I got a couple of turn-ins for Wilcom Tunney already. Yes, it is. In fact, I want to say I won Lego The Hobbit from Eldolith's channel.
What do you need? Might I speak with you a moment?
If you're not hanging out in Eldolith's channel, you're missing the boat. I've won a lot of cool stuff. Ooh, there we go. Completed some stuff, but most importantly, I think we completed Life of a Bounder and unlocked Life of a Bounder Advanced. Yeah. And Life of a Bounder, I think, is worth 10 Lotro points. Boom, there's 10 more. That's really what it's going to come down to for free to play, you guys. Work a bunch of characters. You don't have to be doing anything extraordinary to earn Lotro points. But just by having those 6, 7, 8 characters leveling up together, doing their deeds, completing their quests, those Lotro points come pouring in. You can't just do it with 1 or 2 characters. You need a group. But like I said, it's kind of funny because, Thorin's company had 14 in it, and the original Fellowship had 9. And somewhere between 9 and 14 characters will give you plenty of Lotro points. You never have to crack open your wallet. But like we've talked about, going VIP if you can afford to is always money well spent. You don't have to spend as much time on character maintenance. You unlock a lot of things that will actually improve the quality of your game time. There's no reason not to subscribe. But if you can't, then you can still have a great gaming experience with Lord of the Rings Online.
Please, stay a moment.
And not as germane to this channel or this discussion, but I would expect Dungeons & Dragons Online is very similar in that regard as well. Standing Stone Games has a good variety of MMORPGs with very generous free-to-play models. I have a DDO account. I don't play it regularly, only because of time constraints. I spend a lot of time playing Lotro. And thanks to Mad Maggie breaking me of my Apex Legends addiction, I've been playing a lot more Lotro lately. Like I said, I was playing Jasco last night. I don't stream on Thursdays. It was just me hanging out, enjoying my quiet time at home. Rolled up the burglar. When I got done with work today, I was playing the Guardian over on Landerville. So there's also a Spider Slayer deed. And we're obviously going to be working our way up through that here pretty quickly. Tuxrama says, a runny fried egg sandwich with real butter is very messy but very delicious. The kind of thing I'd imagine a hobbit would like. Well, that's why it's so important for hobbits to have their handkerchiefs so they can protect their shirts against their runny egg sandwiches. I saw Tux Ramus has tweeted out earlier he's getting all set to watch a football game. He is just bacheloring it up. Gonna hang out, watch some soccer, eat some fried egg sandwiches. Although considering the way Linda cooks for you, I can't imagine you're too happy to have her out of town. I mean, that's kind of a tough trade-off. You get hot showers, but having to cook for yourself. I'm in the opposite situation. Me getting to cook dinner is a treat for me. Mrs. Mustafa made macaroni and cheese again, but she made it with diced ham instead of canned tuna, so I was like, well, at least it's something a little different. And all the chocolate a man can eat. Well, you have to find it first. Although I did take your lead, Tux Ramus, I was kind of had a little bit of a sweet tooth this afternoon. And I was like, you know, Mrs. M bought some of those Hershey's miniature milk chocolate with almond bars. I'll bet she hasn't eaten them all. I'll bet if I go digging through the fridge, I can find where those are. So I got into her chocolate stash and was eating some of her chocolate today. Although it may be a last meal. Lotro's 15th anniversary is coming, starting April 20th. Keep an eye out for the official community guides, even after the event launches. That will be exciting. Awesome. Let's take a look at Eldal's picture. Yeah, for those of you who are watching on YouTube and can't see the link, you can just search for at Eldalith on Twitter, probably. I'll open the URL and make sure that's it. Yeah, at Eldalith, Eldaleth. Very nice. In addition to streaming Lotro and a lot of other games, Eldalith does some art streams pretty regularly. So be sure to swing by her channel, check those out. Good work. I did keep a few bottles of Iron Brew for Linda. That's good. You don't want to be in too much trouble when she finally comes home. You got to be careful. You hit that queen and they all come running. So it's one of the reasons why I've got my bags open so I can get to my health potions. Make sure I don't get overwhelmed. And we're good to go. And I can probably equip another trait point or two. Every Friday, 8 p.m. is art night and chill. There you go. Do you have a recommended national source for Iron Brew, Tux? It's a Scottish soda. Tux is pretty sure I need to try it because I'm a big soda fan. Got it from Amazon. Okay. Usually there's another queen over this direction somewhere. We'll take a look. Yep, there we go. Excuse me. So I need 2 more tree weavers, and I'm just working on the Slayer deed. Oh, I did get Spider done, and I'm working on Spider Advanced. I didn't even notice. It's fantastic. That's another 5 Lotro points. Come here, you green tree weaver. Five of 6. Well, power potions are pretty useless to me. Ditch those and pick up the salt, since I do happen to be a jeweler. Probably ditch the blueberries too, though. These Celebrant salves, I mean, that's actually money I'm throwing away. But if you can sell fish, you don't have to pinch pennies. Now, I don't usually worry too much about finishing this Slayer deed here in Scary. And the reason is there is going to be another... I think I need one more tree weaver. I do. There's another section in Wrath. Oh, no, it's a completely different zone. What am I even thinking about? Maybe I do need to finish Spider Slayer here. Again, I'm a little punchy because I'm a little sleep deprived. I was thinking of that. There's 2 spider areas in Arid Loon. I'm like, oh, let's go to that other spider area that's in a completely different region. And I realized how dumb what I was saying sounded. It's like, I know what I'm talking about. Trust me. Hello, Lily. I've killed your spiders. Gift Matham. Those are valuable because they're worth 700 rep points each. Which is why I don't usually worry too much about task item turn-ins for the Shire, because really the Matham Society is pretty easy to get kindred with in a hurry. What else are we working on? I think she's got a quest for me to go kill bats over here. Yeah.
Might I have a word with you?
Spoiled pie from Scary. I didn't mean to pick that up either. Find the ant's umbrella. Search a rabbit hole. Oh no. I haven't done enough prospecting to get my skill up. I don't have enough copper yet to even get there. Bummer, dude. We'll go defeat some bats. Deathman coming in for some low-quality entertainment. Some of the stuff around Oakbarton is for Shire Deeds. Oh, good point. West U Cowboy says, Binbull Woods, Ed. Thank you. Chemist Security says, for some reason I never grabbed the Bats quest here. That's easy to forget about. It's kind of a pointless dead-end quest anyway. It's just one more thing to help you with Life of a Bounder. But it's important that we keep them from mating with the pangolins and killing us all. Alright, well that's 8 bats down anyway. It's a good deal. Man, I'm going to be getting Safe Fall at some point. That will be awesome.
Just a moment.
Trousers and a gift Matham. How are those trousers? Those are some nice pants. I always remember that scene from the original Terminator where he comes walking up to those bikers, buck naked, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they're laughing at him going, "What's the matter, dude? Laundry day? Nothing to wear?" He just looks at him and goes, "Your clothes, give them to me." I always imagine that must be the conversation when an NPC gives me a pair of pants. We'll go find a rabbit hole. That sounds like fun. I guess as long as I'm out here, I can pick up some of these Brock Boring quests.
Could I take a moment of your
Defeat
time?
bears. Okay. What else you got for me? Hobbit lamppost. Oh, that's not even activated yet. That's funny. That one takes a while to finish. What else we got over here? Stable master to
Is there something I
tag.
can do for you? Might I speak with you a moment?
Spear wielding goblins. See, now it's going to stink is I don't have journeyman prospecting unlocked, and I'm going to run into barrow iron deposits over here. Yep, there's another one, and silver. Silver will be handy sooner rather than later. Wolf Hunter. When you get a full roster of characters put together like this, I mean, it's just great because it's like, what character do I want to play? What server do I want to play on? What region do I want to be playing in? You've got this whole roster to pick from, so every time you sit down to play Lotro, you've just got this whole menu of options that is open to you. This burg is missing something, Ed. Pink pajamas. You're not wrong. Our Kadithi-inspired pink tracksuits are not on this server. That is a Brandywine thing. It's a badger. We found the rabbit hole. I think I agreed to kill some bears, though, so we'll do that while I'm out here. There's actually plenty of other things I could be working on, too. Getting the gypsum. Now, one of the things you can do as a burglar, even if you're not sneaking up behind something, when I threw that riddle and froze the bear, I moved around behind it because you'll still get positional damage bonuses from attacking from the side or the rear. Burglar is a very interesting class because you can really help yourself out a lot. With how you choose to fight. Crowd control and tactics have a lot to do with burglar play. I think it was CableNet who showed me how to do yellow line burglar stuff. I have not really found that documented a lot of places, but Yellow Line Burglar has some skills in the tree that if you know how to combine them properly, you're basically a ranged caster. It's pretty cool. And I do have Yellow Line traded on this burglar. I will eventually be showing some of those skills off, but I don't think that's ready for prime time yet. Got to flesh out the tree a little more, as it were. So, but at this point, every quest helps to advance Life of a Bounder. Every Slayer deed helps pile up the Lotro points. And again, a bear's not going to be something I can sneak up behind. But if I riddle him, I sure can. There's a Goblin Slayer deed, so there's no reason to not go in killing goblins. What do we got over here? Badger. More barrow iron I can't collect yet. We'll get our bears done. Wolf Hunter. Wolf Slayer done. That's weird. I thought I needed 2 more. So that's the road to Oat Barton. There's a silver deposit I can't collect. That hurts me deep down inside. My main character in Arkenstone, Galandriel, is a jeweler, and I never did get over my thrill of finding platinum. Remember how hard it was to find platinum for a long time? So to this day, whenever I see platinum, I have a hard time going, platinum, I gotta collect it. We'll try sneaking up on the bear. We did it. He didn't want to kill the bear, but he was trying to steal my picnic basket. Normally I'd pick up this yarrow root, but I'm pretty low on bag space. Oh, here's the entrance to that goblin camp. I can go find Prunella's umbrella. Finding tin was the worst. Finding tin was tough. And man, Khazad Gold. I remember finally getting down to the Red Horn Lodes in Moria after not being able to find Khazad Gold hardly anywhere. And then it was like, oh my god, Khazad Gold, I'm never leaving here. Let's check. You know, I meant to do this a while ago. Yeah, 2 points to spend. Should probably check on this more often, Ed. That's okay. And we haven't unlocked any racial traits, but I need to start working on this stuff more. Determination's almost maxed. Let's start. I think that's the only dexterity one. Yep, I'm going to have to fight a goblin. We'll take a look at this later. Okay, let's get back to what we were looking at here. Wit is a good one. Wit's always a good one. Finesse, critical, physical, and tactical mastery, all that stuff's useful. I was thinking this is the only agility one. But I think we'll take Deathman's advice and we'll start working on wit so I can add that as a second one here. Let's go over to the other trait line. I think I've got yellow and red picked. So yellow Lineberg. We're good there. Gonna be a sneaky hobbit. I think he sees me. He does. Man, I love it when you get pickpocket finally. Picking humanoid pockets is a good time. Every once in a while you get something really weird too. I mentioned I haven't used this writ of special passage. One of the things I burgled on little Ed Mustafa, my burglar in the 40 Thieves kinship on Brandywine, he actually got one of those that was good for a whole week. I think it's something that had been removed from the regular loot table and Lotro store, and it was still on the burgle list for some reason, by oversight, mistake, whatever you want to call it. And I saved it. I thought it was pretty cool. He cried. There's a hurler. Let's go murder him. Be very quiet. I'm hunting goblins. He did not make it, and I'm still netted to the ground. We can go get Prunella's umbrella. Well, the other thing that's nice about being a burglar, now these guys are a little over level for me, so I probably can't. But I'd have the option of just sneaking all my way up to where the umbrella is without having to fight all these guys. You can kind of pick and choose your fights. So like that guy, if I had attacked him, I probably would have aggroed this camp. So I walked past him. This guy's out alone, so I knew I could take him without drawing a crowd. That's what being a burglar is about. Just picking smart fights, crowd control. using your noggin. And as you flesh out your skill tree, you get to be very flexible and powerful. It's a happy thing. We're bleeding, so there's no point in going into stealth. Exploit opening, very cool. Leave that up there for now. Yeah, I think he sees me. He does. You're a smart man now? I'm not a smart man. Ponton says, yeah, sometimes your burglar is something really good. I think I got essence scrolls once from doing that. It's pretty rare, but yeah, once in a great while. It's funny is when you get up near level 100, pretty much the only thing you burgle is anthelus potions. Like, okay, I have enough of these. Quit giving them to me. But man, you can't help but want to burgle. We'll eat our biscuit. Excited for the Yondershire. Yeah, that should be pretty neat. So one of the Yellowbird features I can do, there's a couple of different tricks I can do. Dust in the eyes, which blinds the opponent, or disable, which slows their movement. And then if I do mischievous glee, it removes the active trick, but it heals me. So it's kind of like, okay. Yeah, we've almost got Goblin Slayer done. I'm bleeding pretty good now. So we'll get that heal out there on me. There's Goblin Slayer. So that's 5 more Lotro points. And we got a couple of quests to go turn in. Yep, there's a goblin hiding back here in the bushes. I don't have safe fall yet, but it doesn't look like this is going to kill me. Oh, I know I've jumped down here before. There we go. Yeah, it's not really a bad jump. In fact, I didn't even take falling damage. We're done with bears. And we got Aunt Pernella's umbrella. Yeah, some of the quest lines at the lowest levels are the best written ones. When I was on the Guardian earlier tonight, Singer says mounted combat cosmetic slots are on sale this week, so you should probably go ahead and buy as many as possible on this account. Thank you, Zinger. That is an excellent tip. I appreciate it. But I was out in Stattle, and that storyline where the bachelor and the widower's got the farm, and you go back and forth between the two of them, and the bachelor's sweet on the widower, but at the same time he's trying to help her out and trying to woo her and keep her safe, and you take her pipe weed and basically go to the vendor, and he's prepaid for her pipe weed, so you can take her the money, and you kill bears around her house to keep her safe because he's worried about her. And then in the end, she's like, well, I'm allergic to his dog, so he's either going to have to choose between his dog or me. And the guy gives up on romance because, he's not going to get rid of his dog. That's a fun storyline. And then I love the dialogue here where you turn in the umbrella, Aunt Pernella's umbrella, and the Hobbit's all like, oh, poor Aunt Prunella. Can't believe she met her demise like this. And his sister or his cousin comes walking by and like, what are you talking about? She's been visiting with me all day. She's at my house. I just think that's funny. And we got another Matham. I think that's the guy who wanted the bears dead. Let's go talk to the guy who wanted the goblins killed. Kill the goblins, kill the goblins.
Hello.
It's a nice pair of shoes. So we can vendor some stuff. Oh, do we actually have a little crafting area here? We do. It's a usable crafting area. That is good news. Let's vendor a couple things.
Did you need something?
Well, any task or trade items or task items that are level 5 or less can be vendored because they're not worth anything. Some of the stuff I'm keeping for characters I haven't created yet. When I get the Warden on this account, I'll move them to Woodworker, and I'll make the Lore Master Scholar. So I'm keeping Scholar material. I'm keeping everything. Because like I said, eventually I'll have all of the different vocations available, or at least all the different trade skills, crafting skills. So that was okay. We freed up about 3 pack spaces. Let's see what we've got sitting in the hopper. Light carapaces I already have a stack of. Wet Skin is next level. Dirty Filth. Got a pile of Squishy Goo. Medium Hides, Matted Skin I've got a stack of. Dirty Ears I've got a stack of. Okay, Shield I can't use. Burglar. Broken Hatchets I've got a stack started. Amethyst I've got a stack started. Broken Sword Sheaths. Need them, don't have a stack started. That's interesting. Broken Daggers the same. Light Hides got a stack started. Matted Fur got a stack started. So I got a little bit of time to get this sorted out, but it looks like I need to wander over to someplace with the Vault Keeper, which is not here. But one of the other things I can do... How much copper do I have? Odd number, of course. I was hoping for an even number. But we'll make as many ingots as we can. Linda Tepler checking in. Hello, Linda. Welcome. Ponton likes the quest at Tuckborough, where the one guy is scared of a ghost that later just... A squirrel making noise. Everything you did was for nothing. That's a fun one. The Black Rider in... I'm in Brockboring, so it's not Brockborings. Whatever the other town is. Let's check the map. Bywater Frog. Budgeford. There's a quest in Budgeford about a Black Rider. And it just turns out to be one of the hobbits screwing around in a black robe he had somebody make for him. The Shire's really fun if you're into reading the quests and following the stories. There's just a lot of crazy stuff going on in the Shire. It's very cool. Some of the best writing in the game, I think, actually. Everything gets very serious in some of the other regions, but the Shire's just fun. There's just great goofy stuff going on everywhere. Well, I can definitely do plenty of task item turn-ins. Bring the pointy rock and bring Prunella's umbrella. So we can do those. Hi, Linda. Welcome to chat. Don't think we've met, but good to have you here. Bugford. Close, OSU Cowboys. He's just keeping junk so his bags don't look empty. Ah, you're on to me. You found out my secret.
Just a moment.
Bring the pointy rock to the bounder. Where's the bounder? We'll give Fosco the bad news about his Aunt Prunella.
What do you need?
Oh no, you found Aunt Prunella's umbrella. I was afraid that you might. My poor old auntie. She was a tough old lady, but I used to visit her all the time. Once every few months, at least. She will be missed by one and all. I just know Scary's poorer for her loss. To think she met her end at the hands of goblins. And then Daisy comes walking out. Don't be silly. Prunella's been visiting me all day. I mean, that's just funny stuff. He's like, oh, well, okay then.
Just a moment.
Roast pork. Boffin's legs. We'll take the roast pork. I'm a hobbit. I like food. Well, I think I need to take the... I think Bounder Brimstone is in Brock Borings. I think that's the dude. Which is okay, because I think I'm basically done with Scary for now. Plot twist, Daisy ate her aunt. She really is gone. Daisy's a cannibal. I can see that. Auntie Prunella is now running the Goblin Mafia. Only Cowboys fans have bag space and don't craft. Exactly, Deathman. Thank you. Linda says, hey, Tex Ramus, you're cute. Are you single? That's a trap if I've ever heard of one. DayZ is a zombie game? That makes perfect sense. It's all coming together, Exile King.
How do you do?
Brimstone shoes. Brimstone shirt. That's a nice shirt. Oh no. Told you I need to get to a... Dare I throw out the rhubarb? Could just sell the rhubarb. Yeah, I definitely don't need a tinkerer's guide.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
I know how to tinker, thank you. Bring the pointy rock to Halros. Mail it to Olip, exactly. That'd be hilarious from this account too, because he'd have no idea who it was. Although, I don't know if he knows how to log into Lotro anymore. Ooh, Ed, did you hear the new update replaces the Karog at the end of Nala Doom with Mad Maggie? You're hilarious, Hard Hit. You are so funny I forgot to laugh. You've been timed out for 6 seconds. Bye. Oh, Hard-Hit has been timed out. Man, you are lucky. There you go. Now you're timed out, Hard-Hit. I think it was me, Hard-Hit, and Canna, or was it me, Freelancer, and Canna? We were trying to do Nala Doom, and that stupid Karog at the end of it just could not kill me enough times. It was like just excited to murder me over and over and over. I'd get rezzed, and it would just come straight at me again and murder me again for no reason. I was pretty super pissed off at that instance that night. That might be as mad as I've ever gotten at Lotro. Actually, I was like, what is going on? You free and Canna. There you go. So I think I'm going to interrupt my epic questing. Or you know what else I could do? Let's go visit the house. Singer says she's a saint. Saint Margaret. Mad Maggie basically ruined Season 8 of Apex Legends, and then they decided for Season 12 they would add her as a full-time legend. It was like, oh my god, I hate her so much. Make it stop. So this is my house on Crick Hollow for this account. So you can see I've spent a great deal of time working on it. Getting it all jazzed up. We'll put scholar materials in here. That'll also include weaponsmith materials. What else we got? That's scholar material. I have some medium hides here too. Okay, so... Oh, no, he doesn't... Well, I can send some stuff to him. What do I have? Tailor scroll, metalsmith scroll. And then to the lore master we'll send the skins, or the hides rather. The lore master will need to process those and then send them onward. And we've got some wood. And we've got... That's probably enough for now. And that clears out some pack space. He only redecorates as an excuse to look for chocolate. Your house is probably totally redecorated at the moment. Oh, Tuck's got his scholar crafting the Gundabad tonight. Nice. She's the Mrs. M of Apex. He said, may as well use up those potions. More of them are going to spit out at me. Which is okay. So we're here. I was happy to grab a house this close to the task item board. We can vendor some stuff. I should do that real quick. You didn't even use a horse yet. Nope.
Hello, friend. Can I help you with something?
This is a completely free-to-play account that I just created a few weeks ago, Deathman. Been doing a series on how to play Lotro without cracking open your wallet. Being patient and waiting to buy I don't want to say luxuries, but quality of life items like mounts and the riding skill. You want to wait until you get your Lotro points built up a little bit, which is what I've been doing. Broken sheaths, sprigs, blah blah blah, wet fur. So I don't have enough of any of that to do anything with it right now. What I can do, let's grab the stuff that I can turn in. Broken sheaths, broken daggers. Not quite working on Rivendell yet, game, but thank you. Did it again. Did I click on daggers again by mistake? I did. I'm not a smart man. Well, wait for fests. It's all about building up them Lotro points, Deathman. Playing a lot of characters, getting a big pool of Lotro points together, and then you never have to worry about pay to play. We got 3 wings. Yeah, that doesn't help me. I had more to turn in. I've got matted fur, matted skin. Oh, I got tons of light carapaces. Okay, let's turn those in. Broken sheaths. Was that not on the list? Weird. Oh, there they are. They're on the 10 to 20 board for some reason. Light carapaces are over there too. And dirty filth, I got plenty of that. And again, I'm going to get so many Mathams, there's no point in turning in for the Hobbits, so I'm working on Thorin's Hall rep at the board, while I'll just naturally get kindred with the Matham Society by questing in the Shire and a couple of other regions. Task item limit reached. So it's been a pretty good stream so far. We've done task item turn-ins, inventory management, we've done fishing. Done a little bit of crafting already. Get this region. Get Evendom. New skirmish available. I don't think so. Deed complete, Goblin Slayer. So all of these deeds I've gotten tonight just while I've been poking around. That's not too bad. We're starting to pile up some more points that this character's generating too. Up and comers started, title awarded, Protector of the Shire. Did I get Life of a Bounder Advanced done? That would be handy. And I've got mail. Yeah, epic battles, I know. Thanks.
What can I do for you?
So again, one of the reasons why I wanted to get gold generated and get a house put together early, there's lots of benefits for it. I've got 58 silver, so I won't be shared storage. For shared storage, you have to buy it in the Lotro store, and it's expensive. It's account wide, but it's still expensive. I think it's account wide. Shared storage, 20 slots is 995 Lotro points. Across all of his or her characters. So that is an account-wide purchase, but it's 1,000 points for 20 shared slots. That's not cheap. And that is why I went ahead and got a house as soon as I could, because that gives me shared storage at the house. The housing storage, it's not quite as convenient as having it at the Vault Keeper, but you know, at this point, who the hell can afford that? I don't have 1,000 Lotro points yet. So that's a thing. We can put some other stuff away. Like I said, I won't be using the horse whistle or the special writ of passage yet. Maybe never, actually. Usually I just go ahead and get the writing skill before I ever crack those open. What else can I put away? Yeah, that looks like it for now. Okay. One of the things I can do to outfit this character better is come out here and stand by the mailbox. I've got jewelry, but better armor would be nice. And I just hit level 12. So, let's see if we can get Jasko outfitted properly. Yeah, you got to fund that Coke Zero habit, exactly. Deathman says that's 4 tunes doing Arid Lewin deeds. I know. But you do have an auto button to get to your house, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, getting to the house is super easy. Barely an inconvenience. So, Warsteinik was the original character I created on this account. He's the Crick Hollow champion who is an armorer tailor. So, I guess we'll just jump straight to it. I should have enough medium leather to craft the armor. I hope. And then Jasko should be able to craft himself better jewelry, although he doesn't have any barrow iron yet. So, you and your pitch meetings, exactly right. So I think he's been turning in. And this is something I like to do. If I've got time, I will log in every one of these characters every day and turn in task items until they run out of them. And this guy ain't going to run out of them anytime too soon. So we'll get some Bree rep for him. Blackened sword sheaths. Broken hatchets. Blackened filth. What we got going over here? Just the usual stuff. I really am going to have to check those out. I haven't done any of that stuff. Black and goo? Nope, not a thing. Black and fur? That's a thing. Mossy carapaces? That's a thing. It's probably 5. We'll go turn these in. If not, I just have to run back and forth. No, that's my 5.
What can I do for you?
The task at hand.
How can I be of service? What do you need? How can I be of service?
What can I do for you?
So we are at the task limit reached for the day. 5 of 5. I've got mail. I think Jasco mailed a few minorly possibly useful objects. We'll get those out of the mailbox. Oh no! So I tried to auction fish and the fish aren't selling. That is highly disappointing. And then Tilrinian sent brushed medium leather. Perfect, that's exactly what I need. Thank you, Tilranian. And I'll leave the fish in there for now. That's a bummer. They might sell over the weekend if people are online.
Are you looking for something, friend?
So I can use the Tailor scroll. The Metalsmith scroll is already known. That's okay, that's not bad. Anytime you find a recipe you didn't already know, that is progress. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to equip that. It's better than what I have on, but I can craft better for myself. But I don't have the material yet. Sayerden's Lodge, Skirmish Enlistment. Great Axe. Excuse me. You and your pitch meeting, Singer said. He got the reference. Oh, and somewhere there's a Tailor scroll I haven't opened. Let's see if I can read that one. I cannot. Heavily padded shoes. Alright, well I should probably go ahead and equip this. And then I can sell that. So let's see what else we need. If we're going to be making level 12 armor.
What can I do for you?
So blackened goo is vendor bait. Um,
Hello, friend. Can I help you with something?
Yeah, I'd like you to buy my goo. Thank you. Not apprentice, journeyman. Medium armor 12. Gonna need spools of fine thread. 6 of them, in fact.
What can I do for you?
And since I'm not on Linux, I can actually use the buy quantity tab. That's pretty funny. I think I've got just enough leather to make the suit. I think this is going to be quite the upgrade for Jasco. Have anything else I would send to a jeweler at the moment? Not at the moment. Okay. Let's go make the other 3 pieces. And what else can we do for Jasco? Oh, burglar tools might be nice. And a cloak. I think it needs to be linen rather than quilted at his level. Nope, quilted it is. That's going to require a bolt of linen cloth. I don't have any recipes for level 2 tools. It's okay. Can make an apprentice set anyway. Well, that's because you're in tailoring, dumbass. Look in the right thing. Here we go. I only have the woodsman recipe. Apprentice crafting tools for tinkerer. Bronze ingots, bronze cutlery mold.
What can I do for you?
And a short row and shaft. Let's get my bronze out.
What can I do for you?
Give me my bronze. There we go. Ponton's heading out. Have a great night, Ponton. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk more this weekend. Peace.
Greetings.
Now, ultimately, I decided to not spend the Bree flax fiber because he's only going to wear the armor for 3 levels. Maybe when we get to the level 15 or level 18, I might spend some of the flax fiber trying to get crits. And I think we decided we're going to make a couple more things to send him.
How can I be of service?
A spool of thread and linen cloth. Sure that was it. So these are both tailor recipes. Linen for the quilted cloth. And burglar tools. I don't know if those do anything for me this level. And melee skill power cost. Well, that's a weird buff, but okay. No reason to leave the slot empty.
What can I do for you?
I must have put my bronze back already. What else do we want to send him? Silver ore. He's not going to have room for all this stuff, is he? Agates and amethyst for now. So the crafting material I'm going to send separately in case Jasko doesn't really need any of this right away. You can just leave it in the mailbox, but I want him to be able to get the armor right away. Now, one of the nice things about the fish not selling is it's so cheap to list.
How can I be of service?
Relisting, it's not really a problem. So there's a good chance somebody might pick this up over the weekend. But just for fun, instead of a gold piece each, I'll price it at a quarter of a gold piece each. And then if somebody wants to bid on it at a lower price, maybe it'll sell, maybe it won't. But any money would be better than no money. So $250 silver per fish, or you can buy it out for a gold piece per fish, don't care which. Either way, we got to keep the fish moving along here. And I can probably send some more stuff. There's no reason for me to keep anything jewelry related in the Champion's Vault. Journeyman Scrolls. What else we got here? Rock salt. Rock salt. Rock salt, opals, bloodstones. Yeah, we can send the ingots along too. Metalsmith doesn't need silver. That should cover it nicely. So the hunter, or the lore master, should have some jeweler stuff he could send along too. We'll cross that bridge a little later. I don't want to spend the whole stream rebalancing crafting materials. I don't know that would be exciting for anybody to watch, myself included. That's when I talk about character maintenance and doing chores off stream. This is the kind of stuff that I typically do. You know, getting materials shared, doing some crafting. You know, it's nice, it's relaxing. I don't find it tedious necessarily. But it's not exactly a thrill a minute when you're streaming either. Let's send this to Jasco. And I'll take him back out and park him back by the task item board. 140 is the max level tux. Sir Waffles checking in. Hey, Big Ed, happy Friday. Hi, Sir Waffles. Welcome. Calderdag checking in also. Hello, Calderdag. This way when I log him in, I'll remember what I was working on. So let's go back to Jasco. So this is why I talk about crafting circles, though. What you're about to see is I'm going to vastly upgrade Jasco's whole armor set, and the only thing it cost me was taking the time to get extra experience points for my metalsmith tailor. I mean, it was basically free because I had the material sitting there, and it gave my character an excuse to craft. So we've got 4 slots open. That's okay. This is why I sent this stuff over in smaller batches. So we went from 428 and plus 5 agility to 642 and plus 16 agility plus vitality plus physical mitt. These are all big bonuses compared to what he was already wearing. From 96 armor to 308 with bonuses. Like I said, the stuff you can craft at lower levels is just head and shoulders above what you're going to find. And I mean, that's triple the armor on the helm. That's pretty good stuff. I can just run in here and sell this crap real quick.
What can I do for you today?
I would like you to buy some crap, please. Ragged leather gloves, gone. Brimstone shirt, I just got that too. Goodbye. Guard's helm. Boy, those gloves were pretty rough. Again, triple the armor value plus big bonuses. 50% better armor plus big bonuses. Almost double the armor plus big bonuses. So my new character is getting major upgrades because, you know, crafting circle.
Are you looking for something, friend?
I'd like you to buy some crap, please. If you're not doing crafting circles, you are impeding the progress of your characters. You don't have to love crafting, but it will help you. Now, some of the grocery stuff I guess I can put in the vault. It's not like I'm cooking immediately right now. Salt, blueberries, onion, rhubarb. There we go. Nice. Again, big upgrade on cloak. Almost, definitely triple the armor. Plus big bonuses. An apprentice tool set. That actually, it's more durable and it opens up 2 extra pack slots. And then thieves tools. Oh, these are minimum level 20. Fantastic. Wished I'd have noticed.
What do you need?
That's fine. They can keep.
How may I help you today?
We'll sell our... Oh no, I need to equip the cloak, not sell it. That was super weird. I have the quilted cloak equipped. When I hovered over the... Okay, I must have just misread it wrong. Again, I'm a little punchy.
What can I do for you?
What can I do for you today?
The lag is real. Come on, game. Wow, seriously? Still a long way away on Jeweler. Another thing I love about the housing area is the far-ranging stable master. There aren't a ton of places I can go as free to play, but like in this case, being able to go all the way from Brock Borings to the housing area to Mickle Delving helps quite a bit. Yes, anger yourself so you can do it all yourself. Oh, hi, Arger. Clip that Ed and send it to a Texan. Hi, Arger. I assume having different professions across multiple characters to help each other? Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing. The jeweler can make jewelry for the metal crafter tailor can make armor for the burglar, and everybody shares crafting materials and helps each other out. So on each server you have a group of characters. That is part of the plan. What are we doing here, Ed? Let us polish gems would be a really good thing to work on right now. Heavens, I got enough of them. Okay. You don't need a lot of money if you're willing to collect and craft. Yeah, the stream tonight, Arger, is about playing completely free to play in Lord of the Rings Online. And again, I keep repeating myself, but I can do it again very quickly. Instead of focusing on one or two characters, play one of each class. You want to do it on 2 or 3 different servers. When you first start out, you only have 2 character slots per server. So if you're playing 6 or 8 characters and you level them all up together, each of the groups on each server can craft for each other, share crafting materials, and if you level them all up together, by the time you need to unlock new content, they'll all be kicking into a pool of Lotro points where you can, unlock new content and things like that. And you don't have to crack open your wallet. If you want to play Lotro in a way where, I've got my one character that I like and I want to get him to level cap, free to play is not for you. you're going to need to spend some money to do that, and that's okay. I mean, that's the beauty of Lord of the Rings Online, is you can play it your way. There's a lot of misinformation out there about how free to play is really tedious, free to play is not really possible. They really put a lot of stress and strain on you to play free to play. I've always played free to play. I've never had a problem with it, and I like it. Arger says, makes a lot of sense. I'm lucky enough to be very, very casual, lifetime subscriber from beta. Nice. Well, you've already paid, so you don't need to play free to play. Linda says, okay, I'm going to go suffer my lukewarm shower and get some sleep. Thanks for the fun, Ed. Linda, enjoy taking a lukewarm shower and have a good night, hon. So, yeah. And then you just need to be prudent when you spend your Lotro points. Make sure that you're not buying things needlessly. If you buy something that's account-wide, it's usually less expensive than buying something that's per character, even if the numbers look vastly different. Good night, Linda. It was nice meeting you tonight. Hope you hang out again soon. Tux Ramus, do you have a crush? It's very sweet. Oh, I'm so close. And there we go. So now I can read these two Journeyman Scrolls, get those out of my inventory. There is no knowledge, which is not power. And I can polish those bloodstones. Thought I picked up the opals too. It's a lot of bloodstones to polish. Well, you know what? I'll do that. And I'll go grab a beverage. BRB. Cheers, Stream Hype. Well, that was well timed. I got back just as I got done polishing all those bloodstones. So, there we go. With crafting across multiple characters, can you still progress low-level characters all the way through their levels? You have a high-level explorer, for example. Yeah, it's been done. I think that would be a... I don't believe there's any reason to have mule characters. Some people do. Some people have characters that only craft. But I like to play all my characters. I think every character deserves to get dusted off, and the chair likes Pepsi Max. Yeah, Deathman, sure. Destination Breland. Oh, nice. Did I level up while I was away from the chair? Vault Keeper. What I need is a mailbox. Why do I not have the opals? Thought I cleaned everything out, and I know there were opals to pick up. I'm a bit perplexed now. We can run down the hill. That's the one thing they need up there is a mailbox. We were joking that I was going to tell Cordovan that he needs to get a mailbox installed at the Micheldelving crafting area and to get on that chop. Nobody at Standing Stone Games knows I'm alive, so I can make jokes like that and nobody will hear about it. Oh, nope, there they are. Still in the mailbox. But yeah, I've heard of characters that have gotten all the way to level cap before just crafting for other characters, for other players, or for the players' other characters, I should say. And also, I got home from the barbecue place relatively shortly before starting the stream. Normally I snack on camera. Haven't felt like eating anything tonight, so I grabbed 3 Cheez-Its along with a fresh Coke Zero, so you guys can at least say I ate on camera. It's one of the Tedments. This is like 90% Lotro and about 10% Mukbang. Polish them opals. I guess I meant progress their profession levels, not deliberately leveling them by crafting. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you can get extremely far. It gets a little challenging because later on some of the recipes are replicated. But yeah, there's no reason. I've got characters on Arkenstone that are completely maxed out on crafting because I've got that level 130 that just fed the materials through the whole chain. So my level 50 Guardian is maxed out on Metalsmith Tailor because, yeah, it's like here's all the high level stuff you need for the crafting. And yeah, you can craft well beyond your character's level, if that makes sense. Oh, being able to farm and cook, Zinger? Is that Yeoman? Well, I'm going to need to stop this, because if I don't have this maxed out, I can't take this to master. So... I don't want to polish all of my opals. In fact, I may as well just go ahead and stop now. I don't think I can start processing that silver yet either. Either need more copper, I can turn some of my copper into bronze, or I can just go ahead and craft some slightly better jewelry. Since I got some of the recipe. Oh, that won't help with prospecting, Ed. Pay attention to what you're doing. So I need 24 more experience points to be proficient. So if I make 4 bronze ingots, that's good enough. There's the supplier.
Is there something I can do for you?
Obviously, the jeweler does not need bronze ingots, but it is a means to an end. Thanks for answering my noob questions. Got to go wake my little one from his nap and take the kids to the circus. Have fun at the circus, Arger. Thanks for coming by. The crafters I feed things to can't even farm the mats they craft. There we go. So we can repair the crafting materials. And now I can process that silver. Hello, Mommy. Hello, Mommy. Or I should say hello, hello, Mommy. And hopefully the visual quality on the stream looks top-notch tonight. I'm running at full bandwidth under Windows. And next week I should be running full bandwidth under Linux. Wish I'd have figured out that wireless bandwidth issue sooner, but that's okay. It's one of the fun things about streaming on Twitch. You never stop learning. But Chromite worked very hard with me to make sure that I could maximize my video quality, so by golly, I may as well show it off as well as I can. Zinger, will you be streaming on Mac OS next week? No. I could try to get everything running on FreeBSD, which is actually what Mac OS is built on, but that might take a little effort. Plus, I don't know Tux or Amos could help me with that. Fingers crossed. Oh, that might be serious about me streaming at full bandwidth on Linux. Yeah, I like my chances. I could start just doing it on various Linux distros, but I think Tux would be the only person who would appreciate that. What about OS2? Yeah, I'll have to get my OS2 Warp machine updated so I can stream on that. That might take a little doing. Also, I will not be streaming Lotro on my Amiga 500 anytime soon. I actually have one of those. It's still here. It's sitting in a storage box behind me. And I've got my 3.5-inch floppy disk collection for my Amiga 500 on the shelf, including Arkanoid, Defender of the Crown, Sky Fox, not to be confused with Nintendo's Star Fox. Not a Spectrum ZX either. Nope. I had a roommate who was a big fan of Timex Sinclair. He had one of those T1000s and just thought it was the greatest thing ever. They were never as big here in the States as they were in Europe and the wider British Commonwealth, if you'll pardon the term. Tuck says Amiga was an amazing machine. Yeah, I really liked mine. And one of my great regrets is that I never pulled the trigger on getting an Amiga 1200 because I thought that would have been a nice upgrade from the 500. But thankfully, I didn't spend a lot of money investing on something that didn't make it. So we got the silver.
What do you need?
Come over here and drop some stuff in. Don't need that salt. It's a lot of silver. That was some good crafting. And Tux used to have a ZX Speccy 48K. Yeah, when I bought my Amiga, I was looking at either an Amiga or a Atari ST, as I wanted whatever the most affordable platform was I could run WordPerfect 4.1 on. And right when I was trying to make a purchasing decision, Atari raised their price. So I was like, oh, okay. That kind of helps me. The Amiga price stayed where it was, so I got the Amiga. Yeah, the Atari ST range looked pretty cool too. So yeah, I need to do that, and I can do copper shavings, but I don't have enough to get there. But I can make myself some level 10 jewelry. I don't know if that's a better use of the copper or not. I don't think I'm looking at big upgrades either, am I? Not really. I'm probably better off saving the copper, getting some more, and just doing the processing to finish that up. So that's what we'll do. I can put the gems in the vault for now.
Is there something I can do for you?
Silver in the vault, polished opals, polished bloodstone, polished amethyst, polished agate, bronze nobody needs. Put my copper in there and put my bronze in there. I'll mail that off to somebody sooner or later. Title awarded, Apprentice Prospector. That's a big reward. And we're not really doing any cooking yet. Although I have a farmer, so if I were super bored, I could get that going. Cooking is the most brutal crafting line. It's unbelievable what a pain in the tuchus that is. I think Scholar still has its quirks too, and they're probably the two most useful crafting lines. Second Watcher and Bree, defeat goblins, collect the satchel. So that's pretty good. In fact, I can probably come up here and collect some more copper. We'll do that. I was going to take a stable master's horse, but I can't get crafting materials if I do that. So practical joke or max morale. Ooh, I got a racial trait unlocked, but I don't have any completed yet. And I haven't finished earning my wit. I do not have my wits about me yet. Points available 3, huh? Mrs. Mustafa is starting to growl like a bear. Glad she is resting well. She is dragging me to a wedding next weekend to help her. Nice couple. Still don't want to go to their wedding, but when your wife's a photographer, you get your fill of weddings pretty quickly. Still, she hasn't done a lot of photography. I'm glad she found something that she can keep up with. Ed, how many slots do you have? Ed would totally rock Phantasy Star Online. I think I actually downloaded Phantasy Star Online and went and looked at it, and I'm like, why did I download this again? Not that Phantasy Star Online isn't cool, just that I don't have time to play multiple MMOs. Do you get free food at the wedding? Yes. Exile King North, do you mean how many character slots do I have? If you do, I've unlocked one extra character slot across the 3 servers that I'm on. And I'm looking to unlock at least one more. Although if they're off sale, I'll probably go ahead and wait for them to come back around on sale. Or, I don't know. I'll try not to pay full price for them if I can. Saved about 160 Lotro points last week because they were on sale when I unlocked the new ones. That makes a big difference. 160 Lotro points is not trivial. Well, there we go. Now we're working on a racial trait. Enmity of the wolves. Wolves don't like hobbits because when they swallow them, the hobbits cut their way out with daggers. Hopefully there's some nice sales. Haggis wanted to make me famous. I noticed he had a one like Hello Mommy. I wonder if Hello Mommy got banned also. Hopefully not. I just like it when people come by and hang out. I hate to see anybody get banned, but all you're going to do is spam bot viewer messages. Not much point. My only hope of getting famous is that Mrs. Mustafa murders me in such a brutal and macabre way that it gets like televised around the world and everybody hears about it. Then and only then will I be famous. What do we want to do here, Ed? Yeah, we could do. Is it the Bounder that's got quests for me that's hanging out in the pub? Let's go see. That could be a thing. The Ivy Bush Inn. He does. Hello, Sheriff.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Talk to the Bounder Chub. I think he's out at Needlehole. Yep. We ride for Needlehole. And for Glory. I think I've got a couple of quests out that way anyway. Dissolve you in Coke Zero? I don't know. Lotro's the first MMO I've seen that has no belts. Actually, the Brawler class has belts, because one of the things jewelers can make are Brawler belt buckles. Apparently that's a thing. Who knew? And Guardians have belts. Guardian's belt is a class legendary item. I mean for armor. Yeah, you're not wrong. There we go. Keep dropping copper on me, game. I need more. Excuse me. The Binbull would. I think there's a Gammy over here who might have a quest for me too. Yeah, we'll just go to Needlehole. Otherwise I'll get tied up doing quests here in Overhill, which is fine, except not what I set out to do. Yeah, I don't have a ton of pack space. I'll leave the green onion alone. Actually, I like picking up cooking ingredients as I go. But if you don't have room, you don't have room. Excuse me. I have a Venom that I bought I was saving for tonight. And I was feeling pretty good when I started the stream. I was thinking, I'll save the Venom for later. And then I looked down and it was already 11:30 when I went to go grab another Coke Zero. I'm like, I can't be drinking that this late. I'll be up till 4 a.m. Fortunately, I drew the short straw, and I get to work a 4-hour shift tomorrow morning starting at 7 a.m. So I will need to get a little sleep tonight. Ooh, Slug Slayer. This is probably the suckiest Slayer deed in the Shire. Hunting down and killing all these slugs, not fun. I got slimed. Well, that worked out rather well. Don't need to kill toads. Faith Warrior says, when does free-to-play to level 95 come out? Very soon. I don't know if we've got an exact specific date for the update 33, but I'm told it's supposed to be before the end of the month, and they might have gotten more specific than that already. Anybody know? Chat's way smarter than I am. They normally have the answers. Next week? Okay, good to know. Although that's kind of the whole point of this stream, Faith Warrior. I've been free to play since beta. I've never subscribed to the game, although I obviously waited till it went free to play before I came back. I tried it in beta, liked it, but I thought it was a little boring, and was playing some other stuff at the time. But I canceled my other subscriptions and came back to try Lotro again after it went free to play, and kind of fell in love with the game. So I've been playing it ever since, but I've always been free to play. I've never spent a nickel of my own money on Lotro, and I've got War of the Three Peaks unlocked. I've got characters at level 130. You know, you don't have to pay to play, but it does improve the quality of your playing time, if that makes any sense. Some of the stuff I've done tonight to demonstrate the downside of playing free to play, it's just, you know, important to get the crafting in, important to make gear for each of your characters. And I spent a lot of time on character maintenance stuff that you know, if you're subscribed to the game, you normally wouldn't have to necessarily. But the other good news is I'm finding enough copper I can probably finish my apprentice jeweler stuff. Rastuman says, I've never played this. How many people play on average each day? Thousands. Still a very popular game. Yeah, Gundabad's not available for Lotro points yet, but it should be in a month or two maybe. I don't know.
Hello there.
I don't know if that's been announced yet. Chubb's helmet or cooked carrots. It's a nice helmet. Not as nice as the one I'm wearing. Let's go ahead and take the vitality food, I guess. Hello, Bounder Chubb. Hello, Philibert.
I'm sure it's a bother, but I could use.
We'll go find Daffodil. Iris Chubb. Griffo Boffin.
How do you do?
Dour Hands took the money bag. And we got some dwarves up here. Stable Master. Holfar does not have a quest for me yet. Interesting. That must pop a little later. Singer says, yeah, I think tentatively in May, around 6 months after release. There we go. Raz Thuman says, nice. Faith Warrior says, it's cool. I wonder if there's going to do that with the 3 Peaks, make it free. Does anyone know? Well, probably eventually. They're trying to draw additional players to take advantage of renewed interest in Lord of the Rings when the Amazon series starts airing in September. They think they might see a spike in player interest. More copper, please. Daffodil. Daffodil. I'm not on the island yet. Boy, this has gotten so overgrown. Cow corpse. I got more cowbell. Sorry about that, Rasmussen. Razthaman. My Moobot gets a little aggressive sometimes. One day, Adso will finish his in. Zinger's been posting tweets making fun of, there we are, Slug Slayer. Thornley's construction site, if I recall. So there's 5 more Lotro points added to the pile. Boom, freshly minted. Slug Squasher's not a bad title, but it's not a fishing title, so I won't wear it. I am Jasco, apprentice angler. Eventually working my way towards journeyman angler. Thought I just saw something over here. Might have been that bog toad. Thought there was a slug over here. We're gonna go get the cash box from the dour hands. It's rare to find a slug all the way over here. Well, that's pretty nice. I think if I turn in the cow, that might trigger the dwarf quest, where I have to come and find, like, plans? Sounds vaguely familiar anyway. Welcome to Pinglade. I'm not playing a guardian or a champion. I should probably slow down. This is actually what gets me in trouble with some of the other classes. You get used to playing the heavy metal guys, and it's like... Well, that worked out well anyway. Somewhere there's a cash box I need to retrieve. But this is why that crafting was so important. With the armor I'm wearing, these guys aren't hardly scratching me. It's like, thanks, nice try. Now I'll go back, and I think the dwarf Uthi will tell me to come back and murder some more dour hands. Which I'm perfectly fine with. They will die a slow, slow death. But there's no particular benefit to killing more dour hands than necessary, so just head back. There's no dour hand slayer deed. They do not count as bandits in this zone. You should hire Sarah Oakhart. She might actually make things faster. Nothing bad will ever happen to her.
Oh, woe is me. I hope it's not a bother, but may I
Talk
speak
to the
with you?
Bounder Chub. Hello, Bounder Chub.
A lovely day, isn't it? Hello there.
Talk to Ulfar. Okay, there's that quest from the dwarves. 700 rep.
What do you want?
Collect orders from the dour hands. I can do that. Okay, we've been going for right at 3.5 hours. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I need to get some sleep. So I think I'm going to park it, and I will deal with the dour hands another time. But I want to thank y'all for hanging out. I really appreciate everybody who watches the replays on YouTube. It's a bit humbling to know that 400 people were so bored they watched me putz around in Middle Earth. But I appreciate that as well. Let's see. Friends who are streaming include the Buddha Fist. He's playing Obscure 2. He is a former Lotro Stream Team member. Doug Glendower is streaming Dungeons & Dragons online. Doug's an old friend who used to play Lotro with us. French Girl Gaming's playing Lost Ark. Zonflux Gaming's playing World of Warcraft. Lexard Morpheus, who streams Lotro, is actually playing Star Wars The Old Republic. Normally Elgaladwin's on this time of night, but I don't see her. And I hope I'm not the only person streaming Lotro. I'll have nobody to go raid. See what we got in the hopper. Somebody else is streaming Lotro. It's nice to see what an active community we have. And of course I say that, and I'm the only Lotro streamer. Alright, well, my apologies. The only thing we show on Lotro Stream is Lotro Stream. So they did that on purpose. That's a lot of restful sleep. So I actually won't be raiding anybody tonight. That's very disappointing. But I'll be on my own channel later this weekend. Tomorrow night will be Rambenis and Friends. You can come by and check that out. And I'll give myself a shout out, I guess. If you haven't followed me already, you can come check out my personal channel. Sunday night, might be Shooty Boats. If Gipio's around, we'll play some World of Warships. Otherwise, I might find something else. You know, Sunday nights are kind of a wild card stream. I've streamed PC Building Simulator. I've flown a radio control RC flight sim. It's just whatever I'm in the mood for. I was playing Titanfall 2 and finished that, the single player version. So have a good weekend, everybody. Have a safe and happy holiday if you're celebrating. And hopefully the weather will be better for you than it is for me. But take care, everybody, and we'll be back next Friday here on Lotro Stream to continue plugging away at completely free-to-play adventuring. Good night, y'all. Kipio says he has streamed Apex Legends. Nobody should watch my Apex Legends streams. They're not watchable.